Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the channel. My name is Gruzbee, and today I'll be reviewing the second episode of Let's Make a Mug 2, the show that teaches us the power of friendship and pottery. Truthfully, it's the season's new laid-back slice of life series, and it just so happens to be cute girls doing cute things and clay. As usual, this video may contain spoilers, so if you haven't seen this episode, you may want to stop now, go check it out, and then come back and finish this. Now, this particular episode of Let's Make a Mug 2 is a bit hard to describe. It starts 2 weeks after the first episode ended, and a lot of it is taken up with a brief lesson on ceramics and how everything in the town of Tajima has some kind of connection to pottery or ceramics, from the tanuki statues in front of the shops to the ceramic insulators on the tops of power lines. Of course, it doesn't take long, and already Himeno will need to make something for the fall contest. It's said that most of the members of the club have had a lot of experience with pottery and clay from an early age in this town, so I'm kind of wondering why she'd be expected to make something out of the gate like that. But of course, this being an anime, it needs to have a little element of drama. There was also this running gag in the episode between Naoko and Himeno about her being common and a tanuki, which I honestly didn't get, even when it was explained at the end. So I'm wondering if maybe Naoko isn't perhaps a few sesame seeds short of a bun, but we're just going to table that for now, I think. While trying to come up with something for her entry, Himeno gets distracted by cleaning the club room and drops a cup and thinks that she chipped it at the base. Apparently it's something called a Cutie Kodai and is meant to be there, though it isn't explained why exactly. I just figured it was a drainage gate like those IKEA mugs have at the bottom for when they're in the dishwasher, and the little ceramic divot doesn't collect water. But I digress. This leads to the big exposition explosion about all the different kinds of pottery there is in Japan and how much of it comes from where, which spills over into a lesson about all the different pottery connections to Tajima, including the 2 large kappa statues made from ceramic. Though it seemed at times that the term ceramic and pottery might have been blurred a bit, it's worth pointing out that porcelain and ceramic pottery are not the same thing at all. Once again, the episode is highlighted by Mika's antics, and I love how she makes a goofy song out of what she's doing, something I can personally relate to doing from time to time. Leave it to her to be the one to fall into the kappa fountain and get soaked from head to toe, too. The episode wraps up with Himeno and Naoko going to visit the ice cream shop as originally planned before Mika decided to take a dive into the fountain. Eventually, we come to understand the riddle of Himeno being called a common tanuki, though, like I said, I'm still sort of scratching my head on that one. I felt that this episode was fun, but it was sort of meandering when it got into the all-about ceramics lessons halfway in. I also felt a little bad for Himeno as a new member of the club. After 2 weeks, one would think that she would have already been given something of a crash course on the ins and outs of pottery making. So I was bothered by the fact that she only found out that her teacher was the club advisor at the very end of the episode. 2 weeks in. Where the heck has she been for the past half a month? I'm hoping that Himeno gets more hands-on instruction and that her entry into the fall contest doesn't become a huge thing for her to grow and learn from, as I firmly believe that it is something for her clubmates and not her being tossed into the deep end of the pool over. Unlike the first episode, I definitely felt the half-length runtime. With so much of the episode being taken up with ceramics talk, it seemed like the episode was over with just as it was getting warmed up good. And while this is par for the course with shows of this length, I felt the first episode utilized its time a little bit better. Still, there's nothing like a relaxing bit of anime to drown out the busy daily stress and grind, and I'm still very much engaged in this strange anime about pottery making. But what did you think of this episode? Have you seen it yet? Has Mika won you over with her bubbly personality? Have you ever wondered about that gap in the bottom of your IKEA coffee mugs? Put your comments and opinions in the comment section down below and let me know all about it. If you enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Smash like, hit subscribe, and bang on that bell. If you want to help support the channel directly, you can head over to my Patreon and leave me a donation. I'll get a coffee, and then I'll get right back to work making more great videos like this one. Join me for my live streams over on Twitch. Become part of the official Gruz Gang. I have links to all of that and more in the description section down below. Until next time, have an amazing day, keep being awesome, and I'll see you all in the next video. But I'm wondering if maybe Naoko isn't sort of a few sesame seeds short of a